Yeah, so actually, a Dubai resident left their driver a cute tip after receiving their order. And to show their gratitude, the driver actually sent back a really nice message just saying how thankful and grateful they were.
As we know, while tipping is a custom in the UAE and worldwide, some countries actually see it as disrespectful. These are countries like China, Australia, Belgium, Japan.
Okay, interesting. Well, according to a recent TripAdvisor survey, UAE residents should be tipping staff anywhere from 10 to 15% on average.
What do you guys think about the tipping culture here in the UAE? Well, since I can't speak to them yet, what do you think about the tipping culture?
What do you guys think in the comments about the tipping culture? It's an interesting one, honestly. Like for me, I always think tipping is like a standard thing that you would do, even if they were included in the kind of like full bill at the end.
Exactly.
I think it's custom, or maybe I'm used to kind of tipping a standard, I would say 12%.
Yeah, 100%. It's something that we've been so used to doing.
Yeah.
As I think it's part of our culture.
Yeah.
You know, like to show gratitude, and in our head we equate showing gratitude to a service staff.
Yeah.
As giving them money.
As you should.
But a lot of the comments, for example, a very major comeback to this argument is that this puts the onus of paying fair wages on us. So like if an employer doesn't pay the staff fair wages, it's not supposed to be the customer's duty to like cover up for it.
Yeah.
The employer is supposed to just increase wages so that staff don't require tips to survive, because a lot of times the culture, like in the US for example, the culture is that the waiters usually make money through tips, make
their wages through tips essentially. Exactly. Because obviously you're getting paid minimum wage, and as we know that's really barely enough to kind of like cover your basic needs. Yeah, it's an interesting one. I think tipping culture has become a little bit, there can be a bit of a blame game going on, right? Like you do get the people that kind of judge you for doing and judge you for not doing at the same time.
Yeah, my problem is the awkwardness on the table once the check comes.
Exactly.
Because suddenly you're like, okay, my card, pay the bill, then they come back with the receipt, and you're just like,
Exactly. And are we all like, is it a custom? We're all tipping the same amount? Are we all doing our individual amounts? It's different as well. Sometimes, like, for example, you may not be going to a sit-down restaurant, right? Like when I used to live in Canada, for example, we can go and order like at the station itself. And then there would be an option to tip right then and there. But then the logic becomes like, okay, but I've kind of come up, I've given my order. It's been very, basic 101. Am I required to tip in those scenarios? So
yeah, and then the lady or the man, whoever's the cashier, basically points the card machine. Would you like to add a tip? And you're like,
it's a bit awkward.
As a people pleaser,
100%.
How do I say no?
Exactly.
I don't want to add a tip.
Yeah, and you put yourself in their shoes, right? Like if
exactly.
It was the other way
this
around.
Person's been standing 9 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Exactly.
Just standing with a smile. And like sometimes customers, the way they act, you do not want to smile.
We know, guys. We know the Karens out there. They exist.
So yeah, it's really hard.
It is hard. Yeah, honestly, I don't think there's a right and wrong answer here. I think if it feels natural to you, you've had a great time, you've had some great service, it's always nice to show a little extra, empathy. And
but if you think you can show it in another way, by perhaps being a very courteous customer,
100%.
that is also acceptable.
That is also acceptable, guys. The message here is just be kind overall.
Damn. Yes.
Ahead of Eid, be kind, everyone.
Such a Raneem advice to give.
Thank you.
Well, I think